Today we're going to talk a little bit about appendix inside the waistband. Now, when you're kind of looking around for your holsters, you'll see this acronym of IWD. That's what it stands for, appendix inside the waistband. So we're going to walk you through a couple options and kind of talk about some of the benefits and what you're looking for in an appendix carry holster. And we'll kind of start off with first just a very basic option that we actually offer on our shoptaurus.com, which is the compact DCH holster. So this is a IWD clip. We run it at a straight cant to carry at the appendix. But if you notice, it's a pretty basic holster here. There's nothing else really going on. So what I'll do is just use this as a comparison to kind of show you what upgrades you're looking for in an appendix carry holster and how you can adjust that to your body. Because when we take this and we carry this right now, if you look, if we put this in our belt, the edge of the grip is going to stick out, right? It's just how it's going to be carried. Okay, so it's a little harder to conceal this one, but with the right clothing and your body type, you may be able to carry this one extremely well. So now, one of the first upgrades we start looking at, you can come over here to the Blackhawk stash line, is we've got this, what's called like a holster wing, basically. And so what this does is as your belt runs through these clips, the belt pushes on this wing and rotates this gun back into your body more. So now, instead of this grip hanging out the side, the belt is going to rotate that gun back into your body and pulling it in closer to you. So keep in mind, this is all kind of adjustments to your body type. Everybody's body types are different, so it's finding what's most comfortable for you and two, what conceals best for you. So you can see we have the basic option here, then we're adding a wing to this to help pull the grip of that gun back in. Now the next part of appendix inside the waistband carry is where the top of the gun sits in correlation with your body. So with a wing, we've adjusted the actual cant of the grip back into our body, but a lot of times this gun will want to roll away from your body, so you need something to pull it back into you. So if you have a little bit of a gut or something like that, that's an option that you need to kind of figure out to make it work best for you. And one way you could fix that is with what's called a wedge. There's a lot of different options out there. These you can just buy and stick on any holster. You can add it onto a compact holster. You can add it onto anything. And what this actually does is create a wedge system to take that gun and pull it back into your body, rotating it in a little easier to you. So now when you look at it, we use our wing to pull the grip into our body. We use the wedge to pull the top of the gun back into our body. So now it's a lot easier to conceal this type of holster when we get out on the range. And once you start figuring out like what you need for your body type, whether it is a wing or a wedge or just bare, then you can kind of start moving across to different platforms on other things you need. Do you want a backup mag? Are you running an optic? Any of that stuff. When you run an optic, keep in mind, as we pull this gun closer into our body, what starts to protrude? The optic. So it's finding that right balance of concealment of the grip being pulled into your body and the optic itself being close enough to your body to be concealed also. Now, appendix inside the waistband has, like I said, its advantages. One of its advantages is it's always accessible. Whether you're sitting down in a car, in the office, it's one of the fastest methods because your hands are always here and you're always aware of where you're carrying. You're always aware of the gun. At 3 o'clock or small of the back, you can't notice a lot of times if you like lift your arms up and the gun goes behind, your concealment goes behind your holster. When it's right there in front of your body, you usually are a lot more aware of it. But disadvantages, when you look at it, a lot of people think, well, can you sit down? And that's another thing of adjusting these holsters to your body, right? You can sit down very comfortably with appendix inside the waistband, but it will take some getting used to. But it's finding the right length holster that works best for you. So appendix inside the waistband gives you options in carrying a lot bigger guns. If you look at this, we have a very specialized clip system. We have a adjustable wing system. And we have a wedge system on here. So it takes a lot of fine tuning to be able to conceal carry a gun like this, but there's options out on the market that will actually help you. If you notice, this is a full-size gun, threaded barrel, with a full-size weapon light on it. And we're running a backup 20-round magazine. And we can still conceal this in most situations and have a very high performance gun in our concealed carry. If you look at this package right here, we've got about 36 rounds that we're carrying on us. So it does give you a lot of versatility when you're out there carrying. Now this goes the same way too when we look at clip setups. So if you notice these two holsters, you have a wider clip setup, you have a single clip, and then some of the other ones we have dual clip setups. Once again, finding what works best for you. If you look at how I'm running my belt now, I run the buckle off to the side. So that gives me more real estate to put any type of clip system I want. But a lot of times if I'm like dressing a little nicer and I need a tuckable style or anything like that, or I'm wearing a belt buckle on the front, I will run a single clip style here because I can actually take this clip and run it right up against the belt buckle. The gun will sit behind the belt buckle and doesn't protrude too much and allows me to carry it a little easier. So the single clips are a lot easier to get on and off in most instances, but the dual clip system is going to give you a little bit more stability on the gun moving back and forth as you kind of move around throughout the day. So there's a lot that comes into Appendix inside the waistband, and the more you dive into it, to realize you'll be kind of tinkering with your holster to make sure it fits your body type the best. But honestly, it's kind of half the fun, because when you get it just right, there's nothing like it, and that's your holster. It makes it a lot easier to carry every single day when you spend the time to get that thing adjusted for you. So hope this helps a little bit so you can get out there and adjust your holster and start carrying every day.